Please welcome the fabulous Jim Parsons.
Thank you for having me.
I am so excited that Titanique is going to Broadway. I saw it off Broadway, and I was like, give it a run.
Alyssa is obsessed.
One of the funniest shows I've ever seen. My husband and I still quote totally inappropriate lines to each other. Like, it's a cultural phenomenon. A take on Titanic is told through the eyes of Celine Dion.
As if she had been on the Titanic.
If she was there.
That's right.
Tell us what made you want to play this role.
Oh, God. I hadn't seen it off Broadway. Everybody I knew had and loved it. And I got an email, I don't know, sometime back in October. It said, offer, Titanique. And I knew what Titanique was enough that I was like, what the hell role are they offering me? And I thought, I don't know. And then I opened it up and it said, you have an offer to play Rose's mother, Ruth. And I was like, oh, I'm doing it. I'm absolutely doing it. I hadn't even opened it yet. I think I met with the director. I met with the director before I'd even finished reading the whole thing.
Oh
I was
my
like,
gosh.
I was so excited.
It is unbelievable. Like, you
it
will
is
get
the most
abs
fun
laughing
that
so hard.
I've had. Yes, it's the most fun I've had on stage ever in my life.
Well, in the late 90s, there was nothing bigger than Titanic.
Yep.
And Celine Dion, especially her song from the soundtrack, My Heart Will Go On.
Yes.
What do you remember about that moment in time?
It haunts me. Those are things you could not get away from.
Yeah.
You know, I don't even know if I saw the movie more than once all the way through.
I saw it three times in the theater, but go on.
That was like a month of your life that you gave up to that.
It sure was.
No, I just remember it was always on, or you were seeing images of it. And I don't know if I had roommates who owned a VHS of it or if it was on HBO. I can't remember how that worked out, but it was always in the background. And she was always on the radio.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like when you think of the 90s, or you list both of those things together, I'm like, I feel my life in the 90s and in Houston. It was just part of it.
VHS and the young people in the
I
audience
know.
are like, okay.
Yeah, show them a rotary phone. You know.
This isn't the first time you've played a female character on stage.
No.
In fact, there's a picture of you. There's a photo of
I'm
you
so glad.
backstage.
There we go.
Oh my God.
Oh, you're beautiful.
Of you is hanging backstage at Titanique, and it's of you in drag at age 20.
Yes.
But there's a really significant story behind that picture.
Yes, I was in undergraduate. I was new to acting and studying it, and a fellow student, Sam Hill, asked me to be in that play that's a picture from. It's called Psycho Beach Party. It was written by Charles Busch, and I was, as you said, 20, and it was 1993, and I was not out. I don't even think that I was for sure accepting that I was gay yet. And I was a young actor trying to learn how to act while trying to make sure I never appeared gay, while trying to make sure that no one knew for sure so I could keep myself open to all the parts and what have you. And when I played that role, obviously it didn't matter if I looked effeminate. I was playing a woman.
Yeah.
I realized playing that it was like a power that I just had on stage that I was not accessing because I was afraid of showing parts of myself. Which that sentence alone, it's like anybody, even if you're not an actor, knows that doesn't sound like a good actor who's trying to hide themselves while they're trying to play something. Right. And it was a kind of seeing the world in color moment where it was like, oh, there's no going back. I don't know how I'll work this in exactly back in pants again, but I know this feeling now, and I will be searching for it forever.
How long after that did you
beautiful.
come out?
Probably a couple of years, and that was a slow process. It started with close friends and hookups, and then years later, my family and things like that.
Yeah.
But it was very fortunate that it happened. And so when I opened and said that the offer said to play Rose's mother, Ruth, I've been dying to get back in drag because.
Well, you look so gorgeous.
Well, thank you. That's 30 years ago. I would need a little help to get quite that look now. But I wanted to feel what that felt again. And the other part of it wasn't just like feeling my power as an actor. As I'm sure we all do to varying degrees, there is a female strain in me. There is some aspect of me that feels womanly, and this sounds like therapy, but I really, I love getting to express that in my own whacked out version.
With two birds hanging from your
Two
head.
birds hanging from my head.
Jim, I have a
Foul
follow-up
language.
question, though. So
Yes.
if that magic of seeing color for the first time came in that moment,
Yeah.
when you chased it down again and you were back, and now you have a life that's out and authentic
Yes.
and real, were you able to find the same high or just a familiarity?
It's a different high, and it is familiar. But it's this one's closer to this one's a closer feeling to euphoria.
Okay.
In that, yeah, to touch it again, and to be. I'm surrounded by gay people now in this show, in the gayest show I've ever been in, and so like, I didn't even think about that going into it, but like, I mean, it is. Yeah, it's a way of expression and honesty that. I don't know why it's not always feeling this way. I feel well, everything's different. Experience is
suffice
different.
it to say that theater is where you really belong.
I do. I love the playground, I guess, that is the theater.
theater.
Yeah, the theater. Yes.
Well, we do know you from The Big Bang Theory.
I've heard of
We
that
all
show.
love it, right? Gotta tell you. It ended in 2019.
Yeah.
And then you worked on the prequel series Young Sheldon with Ian Armitage.
Yes.
People know that one. Who actually came to see you in Titanique.
Yeah. He's a man
Actually
now.
came to see you. So what was that like?
Oh, there he is. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's actually-
He's not
Oh
a
my God,
kid.
he's a
It's so
grown-up.
crazy. Anyway, I really sound old. But it's Ian and his mother, Lee. They're both love the theater. He used to do like video reviews of theater and interviews like as a 4-year-old. So they're rabid theater people. And so I've probably done, I bet I've done 4 Broadway shows since I've known them, and they always come and
Do you know they're gonna be in
frequently
the
come back.
audience?
Yeah, they tell me when they're
Okay.
coming. Yeah.
Okay.
They're so sweet. They don't make me nervous. I don't want to know everybody who's coming.
That's
but
what we've heard.
just be careful. And especially don't say the New York Times is here to review today. No, thank you. I don't want to hear about this.
And I'm sure you know, but Sheldon's one of the most beloved characters in all of television.
Yeah.
And
I don't know why.
do you miss him, and would you ever consider any kind of a reboot with him?
I don't believe I would ever do a reboot.
Why
And
mess with perfection?
I can't say I miss him. Well, partly because, especially 12 years on a TV show where they're writing for this specific actor, there was a lot of me, there's a lot of me in that. Not the genius part, but there's a lot of me in that. And so there's a lot about his qualities and just who he was, and that I still carry with me. And I certainly still get so much reaction to it, you know.
Yeah.
The longer it goes on, I'm more and more surprised when people approach me about it.
Yeah.
Not because I'm stupid, but because I'm like, oh, it makes sense. But like, I'm just not thinking about it.
Yeah.
And but it's always really sweet. And I cannot tell you how many people have said, watching that show got me through blah, 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 whatever it is.
Wow.
Whether it's sickness or just a bad time in life or whatever. And it's very moving because when you take a job as a younger actor on a sitcom TV show, I don't think many people think it can have some sort of bigger effect than that.
But it does.
And that's really sweet.
Well, Jim,
And-
I have to say, we're so happy you're out.
Oh, thank you, Joy.
Happy you're here.
Yep, I'm gay.
Breaking on the
You
view.
can catch Titanique. Titanique.
It's as if Salim was saying it.
Celine. And at the St. James Theater, now through July 12th.
That's right.
We'll try and catch it, everybody.